Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals alike. This is Grave New World, our Buffy the Vampire Slayer TTRPG. With me, I have my fine players -1. We are missing Mana Queen tonight, but they will be back. Not next week because we won't be here next week, but the week after that, the 26th. Um, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Character art is courtesy of Hero Forge. Background art is courtesy of Pixabay. Fun times is courtesy of all of us. Um, let's see. We're going to introduce our players here. Let's start with Eddie.
Hi, my name is Eddie Elfman. I'm an Edmonton-based voice actor. You can find me on Monday evenings, which is tonight, playing Cheryl Daw in this wonderful Buffy TTRPG, as well as Thursday evenings for, I believe, the next month or so, as we're wrapping things up in Deviant Futures. I play Mizio, the Oathbreaker Paladin. And you can find me on my socials. I post on Instagram every once in a while. I have a voices.com account if you're looking to hire a voice actor for anything, or you can just send me a nice little DM on any of those programs. I have a project that's coming out. I finished it up. I auditioned for it on stream. Sometimes I do streams where I audition for things. So if you want to know what JFK as a vampire would be like and what his story would be like, you can listen to me narrate John Fitzgerald Kennedy and pretend to do a JFK voice and try and get better throughout the book. You can
Do
listen
the
to that. I think
voice.
it's for a supper. I would like a party platter. We go to the moon not because it's easy, but because it's hard. All right. Well,
Thank
as I
you.
would always say, and I'm sure all of my future children would say, Happy Pride Month. On to you, Bat Kyle.
Hi, I'm Bat Kyle. I can't do any voices well, so I'm not going to try. You can find me here on Mondays playing the lovable stoner giant Yay, and no other time because I'm not in any other games right now. I'm out around on the internet, but I don't have any links for that. I don't do any art. I don't do anything where you can see me doing it. So on to Blaze of Gloriosa.
Hey, I'm Gloriosa, also known as Place of Gloriosa. Um, I stream on my own channel. Sometimes I'm here. Sometimes I'm in a wild amount of flux right now that I'm uncomfortable with, frankly. But I'm here and I'm playing Estia, who is your favorite know-it-all, who is not the one with the mojo, but the one with the knowledge. And that has to be good enough sometimes. So, yeah. What do you do, Chris?
I'm Chris. I'm the director. Uh, Here are my links. I'm an artist and I sell my art on the internet. I'm going through an overhaul of my whole system right now. So if there's stuff you want that you see, just like hit me up. I also play in the Saturday night game here on Dirty 20 Gaming, our necrobiotic game called Dead to Rights, where I play Delilah Stillwater, a very troubled. It's we're all troubled in that game. Let's not kid ourselves, but it's a good game. It's a really good game. Anyway, with that being said, shall we start? Okay. It's been a few days since the Kip debacle. Already getting a visceral reaction from that, Kyle.
It's in tight.
Possibly a visceral reaction from Eddie.
He's allergic to Kip.
Sorry, I'm allergic
to
to content I'm not in.
Oh my god, Eddie missed the Kip to
Yeah, Eddie was gone for all that.
Oh, fuck.
Cheryl pieced out for
I
a whole
can't wait.
other debacle.
I can't wait for Cheryl to meet Kip.
in a brief summary, can you guys we know what Cheryl did, but can Ye and Estia tell us sort of what they did over the last couple days?
Madness!
Y'all
Cats and
can fill
dogs
me in
living
character
together.
if you'd like.
Oh yeah. Well,
y'all can fill me in character. You can get I message the group chat and just say, sorry, I've had my phone off to avoid any push notifications. How's
yeah,
everybody doing?
let's do a group chat scenario here. It's a couple days after, I think Cheryl, you're probably getting off the plane now, so your phone is back on.
Well, Yay would start it off probably with, well, Cheryl, you missed out on meeting Kip. Kip is a chaos demon who was summoned by a petty theater dipshit, big surprise, to curse a play that he didn't, I can't remember, didn't get the part he wanted in or something. Kip made Ash go out on a date with him. That date ended up being a trip to a water park full of kids, the one that Ash works at.
Interspersed in this, there's going to be from Estia, like, it was great. It was amazing. Like, I had pizza. Like, just intermittent commentary.
It's just Cheryl is driving her very affordable, like, sedan, like, out of the airport parking lot, just with, like, Siri speaking this to her as she's just staring out into the distance in, like, gridlock traffic. And it's like,
is she one of the ones that would have like the default Siri voice, or is she one of the ones that would have changed it over to like a different accent? Or because my Siri is a male Australian, because that's who I want to hear talking to me all the time.
Yep, my Siri is a British man.
well, although Cheryl is quite technologically competent, I suppose it is she likes to change it up every once in a while. So maybe it's just a very slow German man, very similar to Werner Herzog, just talking about all these mishaps, and probably changes the settings halfway through. They're just there were children at the water park.
You could turn left at the next light, but all of the human existence is futility. So why bother?
So sorry.
Yep.
Anyway.
We got to a date at Ash's water park.
Water park,
like in
Flint
Park. It's like one of those like bouncy castle parks, I think.
I was just gonna say, I thought it was like a trampoline park, not a water park.
Well,
yeah,
either way, it was some sort of park. There were children everywhere. It was horrible.
Yeah, like a play place,
like
basically.
A play place.
Okay.
It was terrible. The children all loved Kip because children are terrible.
Okay.
And also
kids are
chaos.
great.
Kip was supposed to leave after the date, but spoiler alert, he didn't.
Demon.
Yeah, demon. So we made a different deal that we sealed a little more firmly, that if we can find him an item that's being talked about that can make vampires immune to sunlight and give it to him, he will go away.
Probably not the Ring of Amara.
Yeah, it's probably not the Gem of Amara.
Gem of Amara.
But it might be something
Don't correct
similar.
me.
It might be a knockoff. You're the one who's all about correctness and knowing all the things.
Just tell the story.
So anyway, been searching for that. Estia had a date with a dorkable young man. They were very cute
It wasn't a date.
Together.
Oh, good for her.
It wasn't a date. It's repeated a couple times in the group text. It wasn't a date. It was not a date.
It was like watching a nerd meeting dance. It was wonderful. That aside,
it's a research project, and she has research like in capital letters with like a space in between each letter. It's an R, so the text to speech is probably like it's an RESEARCH project.
Right. This is absolute nonsense. I'm just gonna FaceTime the three of you right now, and we're just gonna talk like normal people because I cannot stand getting RES and then
Oh no, no. R-E-S.
yeah, I'm not dealing with that. It's so slow. It's a lot of just. All right.
H.
All
H
right.
stands for Heffenweiser. It was a beer I drank while we were filming in the jungle. The mosquitoes, they were
Yay,
everywhere.
how high are you?
Pretty, because my weed's not ruined anymore.
He was so cranky when his weed was ruined. Cheryl, you missed it, and be glad you did.
So how is the luck doing? Are we back to having regular luck?
Well, I mean, I haven't gotten too lucky yet, but I think we're back to normal.
But all right. All right. Well,
Take somewhere I can get some men.
are you finding yourselves tripping over every crack in
No,
line?
no.
Good.
Ye had promised that he would back off of campus as long as we continue to try and find the thing, and we'll leave if we can find the thing. Of course,
Did you
he
sign
can't give us
a contract with this demon?
No.
a contract. No, we pinky swore.
Yeah, we did pinky promise.
Well, here's the thing.
Devil's contract, of course.
Kip knows at this point, if he doesn't fulfill his contract again, I'm going to stab that motherfucker to death. I'm going to hollow out his torso. I'm going to go to Colorado in the mountains, and I'm going to ride his corpse down the fucking mountainside like a meat toboggan.
Yeah, it's not work. It's not work. I tried to validate my pocket, and it's not. Sorry about what's going on this call here. She just interacts with someone and
Do you hear me,
screaming,
Kip? Meat toboggan!
Right. We're rehearsing a play. And goes back to. All right, so you're quite upset at this Kip fellow. Yeah, they're a demon. Why haven't we killed them instead of why are we treating with them?
Some people wanted to talk to him instead.
And why did Ash go on a forced date with this being?
Because we thought he would leave. He said, "Yeah, send me on a go on a date with me." Of course, through the route of things, knowing demons as I know them, I had to kibosh things like, "Oh, I just need a good night kiss," and I was like, "Is that kiss going to do things like steal precious memories or change her personality in any way or do anything except just be a kiss?" And all of a sudden, Kip didn't want to kiss anymore.
Wow, that's incredibly creepy and not at all does not hit any mark that I've had on a side separate adventure. All right. All right. I'm gonna go sit down with someone and try and draw up some sort of agreement when I get home. Some sort of
agreement.
Some binding contract. Do I know about demons that they actually hold on to a contract if they sign it? Like, do they hold on to agreements?
It really depends on the demon, and it really depends on the contract.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not like they lose their soul if they break a contract type thing.
No, it's
only if you have the power to enforce them losing the soul. And none of us have that power. We do have the power to break both his horns off and shank him somewhere the sun don't shine. But that's a whole different power.
I think,
all right, well,
I think EA might have something personal against this demon because of the weed thing.
One thing you don't fuck with when it comes to me. I'm an easygoing person. I like to relax. I like to have fun. I get along with everybody. I just need my doobie snacks. And when you take away my doobie snacks, that means things hurt again and I have to remember things.
Carol, you get a ping on your phone and Werner Herzog reads it out. From Cam, lobster emoji.
that plays to the speaker.
Who's Cam and why are they sending you lobster emojis?
I'll talk to you about it when I get back in. I went to do some networking and I have successfully done the networking. That's all you need to know right now at this current venture, as I've signed many NDAs.
That went fantastic then. All right.
Good for you. I'm so happy for you, Cheryl.
Yeah, and you got to miss all of this. So
Is being in Kip's general vicinity automatically create a negative luck space, or
Oh,
is it
yes.
something that they turn on or off?
No, I don't think functionally being in the same space as him creates that effect, because I cannot picture him, if he's even able to, like willingly turning off the effect.
But
So
the aura,
functionally,
So
yes.
past Kip is he seems to be able to control more, except on April Fool's Day. He has told us that if we haven't resolved things by April 1st, he's going to go full bore for a day because that's his day, and then we can resume the deal.
Of course it is.
And when Ash was on their date with Kip, were they stumbling and falling and accidentally causing mishaps and mayhem, or did Kip turn off the luck field? Did their date go by smoothly?
We were surrounded by tiny humans, and things just sort of go awry in general when that happens.
I didn't notice Ash having any direct problems, but when we tried to get food, it was terrible. Like beyond like concession stand.
I was just going to say that might have just been the venue.
The drinks were wrong and flat. Just there were a number of problems, but I didn't see Ash like suddenly trip over shoelaces a bunch or have a ceiling tile fall on them or anything.
Again, the flat soda might have just been the venue.
I'm going to blame Kip.
It was more than flat soda for Yay. I just want to bring this up again because I thought it was funny as hell. It was a root beer float with Sprite and chocolate soft serve.
Oh yeah, that was it. They gave me a sprocklet, which is Sprite and chocolate instead of the root beer float that I ordered, which is far and beyond just like I would have taken it personally, but they seemed as bewildered as I was at the results. The poor concession people. So but then again, Kip wasn't trying to suppress anything at that time. We didn't make the deal until after the date.
All right. Well, do you have any leads on where this magic ring is?
No. And that's what's angering me even more. I've had some very painful and unpleasant visions about things that might be related, are definitely, I think, related to vampires. But none of it has given me anything concrete to go on, unlike previous visions. They've been very vague, like something is either blocking the visions or the powers that be can't give me too much information without tipping the scales in favor of whatever they're trying to warn me about. I don't know. Either way, it sucks.
Right.
And that's why I'm high.
And
That's
on that
fair.
note, I should let you know that I have a date tonight. I have a client party that I have to go to.
Oh, a real date, not a meetup, a research
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
All right. Well, good for you. Do you want to do any searching for or research about this ring before you go on this date? I could help you, get done up if you'd like.
That's a really nice offer. It's a little more formal than I usually go to, so yeah, I'm down. Yeah, we can. I would like that.
You two have fun with that. Yeah, enjoy the makeover montage. Ash had, I think they said their dad is in town. They got a surprise visit or something, so they're really tied up. Their dad knows nothing about any of this, so there's not really a good way for Ash to get away. So y'all do your dress thing.
You can join us. We can keep talking and try and formulate some sort of response.
You
If
can
you could
borrow a
go,
book and look for
yeah,
the artifact we're looking for.
if you stop by Beetlefuck's office, you could grab a stack of heavy tomes and bring them by my place, or we could meet up at Estia's.
Yeah, all right. Just let me know which place you're gonna be. I'll go see if Julian can tear himself away from tea and crumpets long enough to give me some books.
All right, that was just Julian.
Julian is American, guys.
All Watchers are at least part British. They have dual nationality. I refuse to acknowledge any other kind of Watcher except one who's at least part British.
I mean, he trained in England, yeah, but
See, there you go.
He's American.
Sounds like he got a work visa to be in England for an extended period of time, and that's pretty close to getting your citizenship.
He's eaten black pudding more than once, unironically. He's at least half British. He's probably had beans on toast, too.
And he stares into the camera, feeling judged. Black pudding is delicious. Anyways.
Oh snap! You just called out Eddie. Oh
That's
snap!
right. I can call people out in 2 layers at the same time.
Anyway,
Yep.
Yays are like onions. They have layers.
They do have layers.
Okay. Makeover montage.
Yeah, research / makeover montage. Where if we're hanging out at Estia's place, Cheryl will probably get some what's a staple these here parts. What's some good food? I was gonna say Chicago deep dish, but
Ye was going to bring a charcuterie board, just meats and cheeses and crackers, things that aren't likely to splash pizza sauce on a nice dress or something. If
you can also run by Mitchell's, which is a really great ice cream place in Cleveland.
Shout out to Mitchell's. All right,
shout out to Mitchell's, yeah. Hashtag not sponsored. But yeah,
See,
there
I know
Cleveland.
I'm picturing Cheryl showing up with like, so you know those like rolly bags that are like luggage that you drag through as your carry-on, but like there are versions of those that are made for like cosmetics, like like drawers and stuff in them. So I'm picturing Cheryl like rolling up with one of those. Like, I just brought some essentials.
Well, I brought I had to stop in and get some dry cleaning in this neighborhood anyway, so I have actually grabbed some of my cocktail dresses as well as some eve gowns, and I also stopped by and grabbed a bevy of different makeups, and probably has like half a dozen pairs of shoes and like a few like nice dresses. Give me a perception check, Estia. Perception notice check.
What am I rolling here?
Perception notice.
Right.
There's another player I will force you to
remind me what dice roll.
It's
a
D10.
D10 plus your 2
That's
scores.
what I thought. I'm in too many games that roll all different dice.
That's valid. At least you're not in the one where you play a deck of cards.
Oh no. Oh no.
Producer Kevin is only mildly amused.
6.
6.
Yeah, so I don't think that's
just
even
looks like
one.
a lot of nice stuff. Looks like a lot of nice, perfectly normal, nice things. And Cheryl kind of like pops it out. There's like one of those like collapsible, almost like rolling like hangers, just like a mini like wardrobe that you'd have in like a
garment rack.
Garment rack, and she just sets it out and she goes, I made sure not to grab anything that would clash with your general tones. Also has like her Kindle that has all of her occult books.
I love this. I love everything about this.
Ye will eventually show up, not with a lit joint because don't want Estia to go there smelling like the good, but with several tomes that he took, whether or not Julian knew about it.
Julian definitely gave you like stuff from the non-restricted section.
Okay.
The restricted section.
Carefully protected. He's got a big, nice backpack with the tomes carefully placed in it. He also has the little charcuterie board with all the meats and cheeses and little crackers and a trio of iced coffees.
Yeah, you do love us.
I do. For my sins. All right, so he sets everything down, and mostly he's going to be kind of going through the books and bringing things up as he like tries to cross-reference vampire lore and immunity to sunlight, and occasionally just wandering over and holding out the iced coffee to Estia so she doesn't have to move while in a dress or whatever. And just here, take a sip, dab, dab. All right, you're good.
Doing a lot of like fast pinning. I'm not 100% sure like the difference in measurements, but there's a lot of like, can I just roll
Sure.
to see how well I'm gonna add my telekinesis and my willpower. Doing some telekinesis shiznit. So I
Oh,
believe
I
that
haven't
it
heard
is.
shiznit in a hot minute.
Oh, I contain multitudes.
Oh,
Oh, so bad. I believe that's 19. It feels very Cinderella-esque, where there is just instead of animals moving like pieces of thread and stuff, it's just kind of floating bobbins and push pins and like sewing. And she's kind of it seems like she's done this like for herself, and she's actually very happy to not be in center of it and like try and like sew something on the fly.
That's so
And she's
charming.
kind of
stuff,
training
alterations on
herself.
yourself sucks.
Yeah, he's actually going to go onto YouTube and bring up a song, and pretty soon you just hear in the background, Satchikadoola, Mitchikaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo.
That is offensive to my people.
Estia is like she's
laughing.
He's
No,
like,
it's a wonderful film. I absolutely despise Walt, but
yeah.
–
great film.
So instead of like the surprise like Disney princess like graceful thing, Estia's got her arms up, but she's like trying not to mess anything up. Like is like kind of doing almost like a parody of like the Cinderella like arms up thing. Like and is just sort of like, I don't understand what's happening here. This is much more girly. This is like going full girl, and I've never actually gone like full girl before. Estia probably says at some point.
Well, it's whatever you're comfortable with. This is the first option. Of course, it can be more revealing if you like, or it can be a little bit less revealing. It's up to you and what you want to do. I thought that this would fit your form and your personality quite well.
No, I like it. I like it. It's beautiful.
He actually pulls out a joint and almost. Wait, sorry. You're gonna knock those nerd boy socks off. That's for sure.
I mean, well, it's not really like nerds. It's a client meeting. Yay.
Are the clients nerds?
No.
Oh, well.
So
this is a cocaine party rather than a weed party.
Oh, okay. So it's preppy. I gotcha.
Yeah.
You'll still knock those preppy boys out.
You're going to go sell some cocaine and cocaine-like accessories this evening?
For legal reasons, I'm not going to answer that because plausible deniability is a thing.
That is fair. You're going to go meet. Have you met these people before?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't know absolutely every single person at the party, but I've definitely been to these kinds of parties before. It can be kind of a staple, like, but it's just really unusual they usually have their own boss. They usually have their own suppliers that move more in their circles. So I'm like their backup, which I don't mind. It's a little stuffy for my scene. But
Are you required to come alone? Is there are you sure that you don't want any muscle or another
oh
person
no.
to call to?
I mean, I'll call if I need help, but it's not that kind of crowd.
It seems more like a Cheryl kind of crowd to me. Upper kind of a little more moneyed, a little more better dressed sort of thing. So, I mean, if you don't know everybody and there are going to be drugs there that aren't, you know, the one that tends to make you just want to nap, uh, Cheryl maybe having Cheryl along is good. I would not fit in there. You can put me in a suit and I would still knock three of them out before I left in a huff. So they'd be like, "What
Is
do you do? How much money do you make?"
if this is a
We were
fancy
vacationing in the Hamptons last summer. Have you been? It's fantastic. And
yay,
then
stop.
if this is a fancy event, is this like a gala?
No, I mean it's not
Will
a
there be
gala.
help there?
More like
Uh
a soiree.
yeah, it's just a fancy party. Like everybody gets dressed up and gets stoned or high or whatever out of their minds, and I make some good shit. So
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just apologies. I had a moment where I thought that I was comfortable uh being around anyone in a situation. And while I was away, I had a run-in with a demon.
oh no.
It's all right. Um, and she made me, or it made me feel like I wasn't going to be here again with either of you or in the city again. I wouldn't complete my degree. I wouldn't I wouldn't make anything of my life. I wouldn't be anymore. So regardless of how strong I felt in the moments leading up to them almost taking my life away from me, I felt strong. That didn't seem to matter. So I'm just it seems as though I'm wanting to ensure that we're near if you need help, need to get bailed out. And I wouldn't mind dressing up if you were had an extra in.
Um
yeah, is there like an IHOP nearby? I can just chill for a while.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having you guys nearby. It's just that people who usually buy in large quantities are also a little bit hedgy about strangers showing up.
Mm.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So, like they know me,
All
they
right, so
know who I am. I wouldn't be opposed to you guys being nearby. I just I don't want to spook my clients who are paying my tuition.
I dig it. So what is nearby? What's the address and where would be a good place to just kind of wait?
It's in a kind of upscale part of town, like a semi-gated community, like one of those that like there's a section that is gated, but my party, and this is me just telling you guys like out of character, like my party is like in like where the community has grown out kind of past its gates. So one of those subdivisions that like started out planned and then like that part of the city like grew out and like so there's nice houses around it. Does that make sense? So it's got like a country club kind of air to it, but it's not actually in the country club. I got that right, right, Chris?
All
All
right.
right. Well, if you're sure that you're not that they'd be against having a young woman, an additional young woman be there for the party, then sure. But it would make me more comfortable to know that you're not uh, up shit creek without a paddle.
Yeah, you remember shit that happened at the last party? Random vampires.
And y'all were a room away, and I almost lost my neck.
Yep.
That's true.
Us being in a different area code, I'd be very, very worried.
Um, we can try it, and we can see if we can talk our way with you with me. Uh, if you want.
I would love to.
So we
I'll
can try
just
to sweet talk it.
I'll hang out nearby. I'll find a place. There's always a place for somebody to just kind of lounge.
Well, you can be our driver.
Yeah, I mean, you can be
If it,
our GD.
yeah, yeah, that'll work. Drop you off, stay with the car, uh, plug in the phone, read something, keep an eye out.
Yeah.
All
Do
right.
do either Estia or Ye have cars?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I have a spare Uber sticker. If you need to be more
Well,
conspicuous.
I mean, would I had Uber driver be waiting?
No, I mean for the drop off period.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that work.
If we need to drive up to either by or near any gates to be let in for something, I'm just thinking of what's the most inconspicuous delivery method, and that would be two young, attractive women getting dropped off by a rideshare service.
Yep, that'll work. And then I can park nearby, and if anybody asks, party like this, there's bound to be a fare. So I can justify waiting around a little further down the street or something.
Yeah, you could say,
I
go on.
I was just gonna say I can't wait to see you all dressed up, Cheryl. I don't think I've seen you like dolled up quite this much before.
So you said that it's wealthy people.
Yeah, it's pretty classy.
All right. She probably has like a few go-tos. And as she like walks
Yeah.
into your bathroom, like a few different dresses like float in the air and follow her as well as like honestly like a few like lipsticks and perfumes and things. And it feels like 5 or 10 minutes, but she has an automated program that just makes her look like just everything's absolutely perfect for her telekinesis, putting everything on, everything's nice and even, and um she looks quite well off, but also not too pedestrian. I don't know. You
I
can
can
take it
totally picture it.
either whichever way, has her hair up and brought back, but it looks very elegant, has a nice bejeweled necklace as well. It looks a little heavy and some nice kind of like bangles. Um, you're not sure whether or not she's going for like woo girl or like country club girl. That's kind of on purpose because she just looks at you and goes, "Well, depending on how the reception is, I might pretend to be dumber than I am this evening, or I will stay my usual classy self."
Okay. So, um, you
How are we
guys,
doing for the research on the vampire ring?
Ye is
has
mostly
anyone
staying
actually
out of it.
been,
Yeah, Ye's been
has anyone actually
mostly
been looking?
while they're doing this. Like I said, every once in a while he'll take a break to give somebody a drink of something or whatever, but
Mhm.
mostly Ye's just been reading because this is all them, and he doesn't want to stare if somebody's getting down to undies or something. He's not that kind of guy, so he's just kind of
Okay. Make me a intelligence occultism roll.
Yeah, Estia is 100% distracted by the pretty dresses.
And I don't want to add my full ability. I don't think that'd be necessarily fair, but can I add my occultism and library to Ye's roll?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
you add another 7.
Oh, thank
Your
God.
roll.
This yay is
If you're combining, I'll allow that.
yeah. So 19.
19. You
Damn.
let me find myself
That
a
is 5
stat
success
page.
levels
That's
for those
5
keeping track at
success
home.
levels. Yeah.
Kevin has ceased paying attention to us.
That is a
Yeah.
mechanically excellent job.
I saw the headphones off and I was like, he's not paying
He's
attention to
done
us.
with our nonsense.
He's all set.
uh, yeah, so you find lots of information. Like, you struggled before to find anything on the Gem of Amara, but you actually stumble upon, and it's very strange that it's in a book that Julian kind of just handed to you, but the Gem of Amara, while the text entry is standard, like, legendary item, whereabouts unknown,
Like a D&D book.
exist,
You
like,
found it in a random set of D&D tables, like, and this is a player's handbook.
actually that'd be really funny. It's like, yeah, it's like an old, like, 3.5 monster manual where it looks like this, like, really old, like, ancient tome, but it's just like a book. And weirdly, the Gem of Amara, because D&D likes to take from actual lore, the Gem of Amara shows up in one of these books. And again, it says, legendary item, blah, 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 blah. But in the margins, someone has written Sunnydale ? Vampire ? LA not destroyed ?
Oh, fuck.
Well, I don't know how reliable this source is, being scribbles, unattributed scribbles in a margin, but somebody seems to have been tracking the gem from Sunnydale to LA.
You also see a really tiny, so this book has been passed around from person to person, and it had a, like, a one of those sticky note tabs in it, but it's been so, like, roughed up that it's been worn off. But you see the little ripped edge on one of the pages, and you turn to that, and it is marketing a section on sorcery and on the creation of legendary items.
It's what I was kind of thinking might be the case. Somebody wasn't sure that the gem was stolen or was actually destroyed, but seems like they're also possibly looking at how to make another one. And I imagine if the first one wasn't destroyed or wasn't fully destroyed, that would be a pretty good template to make Gem 2.0. Lord knows what it would take to actually make it, and nobody seems to know how the first one was even made. It just kind of showed up one day.
Interesting. Sorry, it said something about LA not being destroyed.
No, it being in LA and then not having been destroyed. The rumor is it did find its way to LA, and somehow while it was there, it was destroyed. At least
Somehow.
spread around that it was destroyed somehow.
All right, so it's possible that whoever was writing about this did try to improve it.
Improve.
Did Kip say what they wanted with it?
No, no, just that they wanted it, and if they got it, they would go away.
He
That's an
said
oddly
it was
Honestly,
specific
too
request.
convenient for a vampire to be immune to sunlight.
No, it's a matter of convenience. Yeah, that was it.
honestly,
It
I
doesn't want
don't
anybody to have any sort of convenience, and a vampire being able to go outside is very convenient for them.
I don't think that's the only reason because that smells like bullshit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what he said.
Well, do we have a
Um,
timeline on this endeavor?
No, he said as long as
sometime
we're still working on it, and once again, all bets are off on April 1st, and then we can be back on again.
we just banish him. We could just banish him.
We tried to figure out how to do that. Nobody can figure out how to do it.
Yeah, but now we got time.
Yeah. Like I'll probably poke through some of these books that you have here, Estia. Um, after the party. I think it's getting late. But
Yeah,
Yeah, did
it
I
is.
ever did
Mhm.
I show you Cheryl well, I'll just text you I don't think I showed you where I keep most of my like really good books.
hmm.
And so I'll just text you the info at some point
All
or
right,
bring
well,
you there.
we're gonna be driving over to this party location, so
Yeah.
have a few minutes.
All right, so you guys go down to Ye's car. Ye, what's your car like?
Ye has a well-maintained but slightly older model sedan.
Okay.
It's dark blue, doesn't look like your typical stoner mobile. There's not like rafts of fast food and such and all of the footwells and such. It looks like he actually takes care of his vehicle surprisingly well. It's just a bit of an older model, but something you would see, an Uber driver or whatnot driving around. And more than once he stopped someplace and somebody tried to get into his car. You, Steve? No, I'm not Steve. I'm not your ride. Leave the McNuggets
Oh,
and get out.
okay. Glory will be back in uno momento. Um, so the car ride is Glory gives not Glory. Estia Estia gives Ye the address and you guys make it to the location just fine. It is a very borderline upscale, like Estia said, not, gated community, but like wannabe gated community. Um and
Like
the
upper middle
clientele,
class.
yeah, upper
Yeah.
middle class, the clientele definitely likes to think they're more important than they are, but the normal procedure in this instance would be to humor them, obviously. And I think you run through this sort of procedure for how to go about the subjects of Estia's particular niche, should it come up.
Mhm.
So you guys pull up and let's see. Basically, what you see is it is a lot of people getting dropped off because a lot of these people do have like Ubers or their own drivers or whatever. Because again, they're very self-important people.
Mhm.
Mhm.
um, so you get out of the car. Yay, there is like a corner that you can sort of park the car around. And there is like if you look on like Google Maps, there is like an IHOP like a couple streets down. Um, it's definitely like outside of the upscale neighborhood though. But so I imagine you guys get out of the car, approach the house, knock on the door.
I suppose I'll let Esty take the lead. You said there were other people driving up. to this home. Um, uh, Probably Cheryl will say like, yes, yes, 5 stars, 5 stars, as she like closes the door to Jacob.
Did that driver smell a little funny to you? I think he did. I think he did.
I think I think the whole country's going under.
Yeesh. That's harsh.
So you guys reach the door. The door is open because people are still, consistently coming in to the event. So it hasn't really been an opportunity to close the door yet. So you walk in and you're greeted by the host. He's this sort of erudite man, well coiffed hair, a nice sort of not black tie, but well fitted suit, very shiny dress shoes, Oxfords, because I love Oxfords, and a bow tie rather than a regular tie. And he greets you and he says, Estia, thank you for acquiescing my invitation.
It's so nice to see you. Do I know his name?
I forgot to give him a name.
It's so nice to see you, Zachary. It's been forever, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to come. I would like you to meet my sister.
Oh,
Cheryl.
nice to meet you.
There's a moment as she
Sister.
looks at Estia to be like, yes, it's been quite a moment since I've been in your presence. I'm visiting from out of town. And
Oh, where are you from?
shakes her hand. It goes, well, I'm from just outside of Corpus Christi, Texas. Uh,
Ah,
and shakes his hand and comes up with a fake name. My name is Felicity.
I thought I said Cheryl, but that's okay.
Did you say
better.
Cheryl?
This is better.
I thought I did.
You did say Cheryl? Oh,
I
no.
thought I did. I thought I did.
Sorry, I go, yes, Cheryl.
Very
Pleasure.
nice to meet you, Cheryl. Well, help yourself. We have plenty of food and drinks. And towards the end of the night, we'll be having a toast to our wonderful guests. And after hours soiree, should you be interested.
That's my favorite part.
I assumed so.
Cheryl will obviously check him out when he says that and just smile and follow Esty into the party.
Okay. So the party is what you would expect from a kind of wannabe socialite upper class party. They can afford party planners and the pro chef for one night catering service kind of stuff. Like Cheryl, it's very similar to what you encountered on the boat, but less seafood themed.
Mhm.
Cheryl's like, I've had my fill of lobster forever.
Yeah, it's less like beach and seafood themed and very much more like elegant with like hors d'oeuvres on platters surrounding the sort of main course of like individually plated dishes that you can take, a la carte, and then they get instantly replaced by the chef. And you can find like your own little seat to dine on them, with cloth napkins and actual silverware. Very, very bougie. Um, what do you sort of there's also an open bar, um with a very skilled bartender doing all those like cup flips and like high pours and stuff.
Spinning bottles.
Yes, and you can tell they're good because they don't do it to like show off. It kind of almost looks like it's just like second nature to them and they just like do it out of habit.
I mean, that's just like how you pour a Bloody Mary. Like you have to flip the bottle first, or it doesn't count.
Oh yeah.
Cheryl would like to do a vibe check on
A
how
vibe check.
this party's going. I know that's definitely mechanically what it's called. Other parties that Cheryl has been to, it has been a very like no one's eating, no one's really drinking, no one's really like doing stuff, or are people a lot more like chatty and talking to each other and getting close to each other? Like is it very like everyone's mixing and people kind of let their guard down, or is it still like superior? Like
make me a perception notice check.
Estia is definitely drinking, by the way.
Yeah.
Just in case it's relevant to Cheryl's interests.
Please tell me I'd had to have taken a pointed notice. It'd be nonsense if I didn't do that. Yes, I did. That is a 10 total.
Okay. The vibe seems all right. People are chatting. Nothing seems sus. It's the very start of a very erudite gathering. But you can kind of tell that like people must know each other because they're not just like sitting in a weird silence or anything.
Okay.
Estia is totally, so she's drinking and she's drinking Long Island iced teas, so she is drinking. And she's kind of like, at first she's like, sorry, I improvised and I thought sister was better than like date or something. Like,
oh, that's fine. It's just she like looks at Estia and I guess the camera just takes in how they don't look alike. It's just I have this just different it's kind of a little improper to generate this, but I'm a different ethnicity than you, so like maybe half sister or something like that. If we get grilled on it.
I mean, we can be half siblings, or one of us can be adopted. I can be adopted if you want.
No, it's fine. I can be adopted. That
no,
feels weird for me to say that you're adopted.
No, I'm adopted. No, I'm adopted.
Again, not that there's anything wrong with adoption. I don't know your personal family's history. It's quite a noble pursuit. Probably we get stuck in the weeds about this.
Well, and also Estia, as she gets her second, third drink, she's like totally leaning on Cheryl and like dishing on every person that she knows in this party, like spilling the tea all over the place. Like she's like, and that one, that's the third wife that he's shown up with this year. Like just in 1 year. How do you can't even get a divorce in under a year, but he's got 3 wives this year.
Do they all sign prenups, or is it a revolving door of settlements?
I don't know. I don't know how he replaces them so fast, but this is the third one. And I swear they all look like they're 12 or something.
That is a strange fascination that some rich men have. How are you sure that you don't want some more canapes? You should make sure that you're, I don't know, a little bit more with it. I guess I'm kind of just teetotaling here with my drink.
Sure, sis.
All right. Not to impose or anything. Just we still got a lot of the night to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Estia, make me.
Do I have to make you a drunk check?
Yeah, make me a Constitution double check.
Is that 2d10s?
Nope, that's 1d10 plus your Constitution score time doubled. So if your Constitution is 2, you did 1d10 plus 4, etc.
My rolls are sucking tonight. Jesus Christ. 6.
Okay. You don't feel great.
Oh, I think I need some water or
Well,
a
we can
vase.
make sure that you're we can pop off to the washroom. Don't worry. And she's gonna, I guess, walking by the washroom, try and grab some water. Or walking to the
Yeah, you
washroom,
can.
grab some water
Yeah, you
from
can
like the
grab some
kitchen or
water.
something like that, and try and keep an air of everything's fine here. Keep Estia standing tall. Don't make her look like she's not doing well. It's gonna try
Um,
and keep an air of, she doesn't want to project any vulnerability. Because she's like,
so,
I don't know anyone here, and there's a lot of sketchy looking white people that look like they hunt others for sport.
so Estia is 100%, like, she has been running around with the Slayer. She's been attacked by vampires. She's been dealing with the Chaos Demon. It has been a motherfucking week, and somebody else is paying for the liquor. She is drinking. Like, she is 100% at that point where she's like not at the end of her rope, but she's like trying not to get there. So she's just like leaning hard on Cheryl. She's like, gosh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to relax. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. And you lent me such a pretty dress. So I definitely don't want to be sick on it. I never do this. I never. Yeah. Yep. I need some
We're
water.
almost right there. One moment. And is gonna try and get into a washroom and help Esty out. Holding her back if she needs it, as well as, probably has some like anti-nausea pills in her purse. So she, like,
Solid.
when we get into if we can get into a bathroom,
Solid.
pulls out
Mhm.
a kit that she would have to be like, in case probably has enough stuff to be like, in case both of us get sick tonight.
In case of emergencies.
Yeah. So she just puts
So,
aside her pistol and pulls out the pills out of her like hand clutch.
okay.
Is that a gun?
Well, it's a handgun, yes.
Oh.
Don't worry, the safety's on. Wait. Yeah, the safety's on.
You brought a gun?
The last time I was at a party, the last two times I was at a party, someone tried to assault me. Yes, I brought a gun.
Okay.
Well, you
I
don't need
mean,
to say it very loudly. It's they might think that I'm here to rob somebody.
no.
This is a
I
good neighborhood. If a gunshot goes off, the police are here in moments.
You
but
hear a knock on the door.
Well, moments.
Hope it's a short moment.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm better. I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay.
Is
You
there any
can.
occultism I can roll to use an herbal remedy on Estia?
What's really funny is that Estia has special knowledge in herbology.
I mean,
Ah.
this just seems like regular too much drinking too fast on an empty stomach.
Yeah, but
Sprite
crystals
mouthwash.
can help with everything. Anyways, well, I
I mean,
suppose we both
you can do a knowledge occultism.
knowledge occultism. Okay, thank you.
Estia's just
Yeah.
like splashing water on her forehead and then taking like a towel and like putting like one wet on the back of her neck and one on her forehead.
Okay,
Like,
that's a total of 10.
You have like some ginger pills that you could give
Yeah.
her for the nausea.
Meanwhile, Ye's in the car, open bag of beef jerky, bottle of water, watching
Yeah,
YouTube
so
videos on his phone.
you guys come out of the bathroom and another woman just darts in like once you finish or once you're out, and you assume that's who knocked on the door. Um the washroom is sort of off down a hall, so like no one probably heard her say like I hope it's a short one. Because that would be social suicide. Um in a
I'm so
way.
sorry, miss, is what I say, like into the bathroom over
Yeah,
the door.
sorry.
She just goes, "You're good," and then closes the door. She looks like she might actually be about to be sick.
Yeah. Do you want a hand? We can help you out.
No, I'm good. I just sorry, and it closes the door. Um,
You're so nice. Estia's gonna like put her arm around Cheryl. You're just so nice. You're so sweet. You pretend like you're not sweet, but you're actually really sweet. Did you know that?
It's a difficult thing, in order to be a strong woman, you have to be mean, decisive at moments. At least that's what you have to be perceived to be.
You are so strong, but you are just the biggest marshmallow when you're not around strange people.
Uh, she blushes a bit and goes, "Thank you very much, Estia. I think that you're quite a kind person as well. Could have done a lot
so
better in high school if I had more friends like you."
That's so sweet. She's gonna give a giant hug.
Uh,
Estia, make me one more Constitution double roll.
Oh Lord.
what is this director? What is this nonsense?
Great.
I
That is an
can I
eight.
use a drama point to add 10 to that? I'm not
Not
getting thrown up on at a party.
no, 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 no. Estia, you fully lose your balance, and like your weight goes entirely under Cheryl. Like you slump.
So it's like it was meant to be a hug, but in fact, it's just like a body tackle.
Yeah, in a
Uh,
way. Like your vision's getting blurry.
oh no.
Uh, and
You only
so
had 3 drinks. I know we ate earlier today. Are you
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
are her like
Estia's,
pupils dilated? Is she Cheryl goes through her head like all the signs of
Estia's gonna put
someone getting
her hand
drugged.
like out toward a wall and hopefully and I rolled a 10 on that die, so she like catches herself on a wall.
Yeah. So the host comes over because the host is not a dick. He takes notice. And he comes over and he goes, "Estia, are you okay?"
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm so sorry. So sorry, Zachary. I'm fine.
Are you sure? I we can open the lounge early and just give you some space if you want.
You know that would actually be really nice. That way I'm not taking up your bathroom and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Come with me. I you haven't been to this location before, so he leads you through the party, passively saying hi to his guests and everything, but like they're socially polite enough to not like point out that you're not okay, but some of them do give some looks. Um, like, oh, she can't hold her liquor. Um,
Um Ye gets a text from Cheryl as she's following the two of them that just says like DEFCON 3.
Mortified. Estia is not too drunk to be mortified.
And he's just going to text back, "Do you need me to come and get you or just stand by to pick you up because I'm still very near?"
Where we might need you, but I don't know if it's assholes or something supernatural.
so basically, what do you? I mean, that makes it sound so sketchy. He takes you to a room. It looks like where like the guest bedroom might be, but it's been turned into sort of like a conversational salon kind of lounge room. Um just because, you know, when you have parties that are that big, sometimes people want to break off and like have
Make
regular
out.
conversations, make out, that too, do drugs. So he leads you into this room and stuff, and basically
And Estia is like, I'm so,
yeah.
wow, I'm so sorry. I don't know I must have forgotten to eat today. I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay. It happens. The drinks can be very strong. He turns so you get into the lounge, and he sits Estia down, and he makes sure that she has, I don't know, pillows if she needs any, or it's a very nice couch, very comfortable couch. He turns to Cheryl and he says, "Could you get us a couple glasses of water? It seems like she might need."
Oh, I have
Um,
I have the ones that I brought to the bathroom right here.
oh, perfect. Okay, thank you. And then he sets them down. And he's like, "Okay, we have these here for you. I am going to go. You know what? It's fine. I'm gonna go see if one of the doctors who's on the guest list might be able to help you. So just wait here, and I will be back." And he heads out, closes the door so you guys have some privacy and don't get like stares and stuff. So you guys are alone in this lounge room.
Cheryl is trying to see if she's on any drugs or if she's had, uh, just looking at her pupils to see if they're extra dilated, see if she's been drugged, if there's any sort of check that Cheryl can do. Just some
Make me an intelligence medicine.
sort of
Or not medicine, doctor.
doctor. All right, so that's just a 9, so it's one success.
Okay. Um, you can see, yeah, like her face is kind of getting pallid. Um, her pupils look maybe a little bigger, but it's also dark in this room, so it's
Mhm.
hard to tell. And that's all you can get.
Cheryl, feel this couch. This couch is really soft.
It is quite lovely.
Cheryl, make me a
It's a
Constitution
really,
double roll.
Constitution bolt. Okay.
Doubled, yep.
it's a really nice couch. Do you want to sit on a pillow?
That is a 13.
You start to feel bad too.
Do I have use of my thumbs and my phone?
Yeah, for the time being.
I'm just gonna send, yeah, to Yay, just go, shit, we got drugged. DEFCON 1. All right.
Yeah.
Your hair is as pretty as this couch.
Yeah, I feel bad or I feel high. And what type
You
of high if I do feel high?
you feel just uncontrollably sleepy.
All
And Estia,
right.
you're starting to feel that way too.
It's a nice pillow.
Where are you?
Um, can I am I like to the left or to the right inside the house? Is there a window to
Uh,
this room?
there's no window.
Come lay on
Is
the
there
pillow
a
with me.
I'm gonna try
Pillow
my
looks really
best
good.
to message him
Such a
back and go to
nice
the left or
pillow.
to the right. I'm just gonna say like the direction of one of the rooms and go lounge to the left. See if I is it something I roll to see if I can do it? Is it willpower?
Um, make me a willpower notice.
If it's
Willpower
anything like
notice.
my
Okay.
if it's anything like my sleepy text, it'll end in autocorrect. Some
Willpower
random
notice.
word.
Okay. That's a 12.
Okay, you remember at some point you turned left.
Yeah, it's a lounge with like the ends, and then fuck sleep. Fuck, this couch feels good. And then
The couch goes to sleep now.
Well, Ye is immediately like pulls his car right up to the
what's
front
in
of the
this
house.
room? Yeah, what's in this room? I'm trying to think of any way to stay awake.
It's just like couches and lamps and plants, and it's a
Is there a
nice little
fireplace?
loungy room. No.
Fuck. There's a door.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take the couch, and before I pass out, I'm gonna try and throw the big sectional that Esty is on laying on. I want to throw it up against the door so it can't get opened. I'm gonna try and barricade myself into this room
Oh my god.
before I pass out.
I'm picturing her like trying to Hulk out on this couch.
No,
I'm
just
gonna
with
let you do it.
telekinesis to be like, just try and push it like before,
I'm
yeah,
gonna let
collapsing.
you do it
Okay.
because in about 2 minutes you both pass out.
Okay.
Essia totally like reaches out and snuggles with Cheryl. Like, this is a nice pillow. Come lay on it with me. It's sleepy times.
That is 18 for a
For
telekinesis check.
okay, yeah.
So that'd be
You
five success levels.
you move the couch with Estia on it up against the door, and
And then snuggles.
and then and then you both crash.
Yeah, just the last message I sent to Ye is just sorry.
And Ye is at the door to the place pretty much right away. Do they have actual professional bouncers up there? Because they're not going to be
No,
enough. But
no.
all right,
Um, Yay, make me.
and to be clear, Ye's not dressed in his normal stoner gear. He put on one of the pop. He's got a pop collar, like salmon polo, and some khakis. The shoes aren't the greatest,
Okay.
but he actually
Yay,
has.
make me a willpower influence roll.
Did he rob a frat boy?
Yes, you pay Ye. That's just how it is. Ye is also very worried, so I'm gonna burn a drama point to get +5 to this roll.
Okay.
So that's plus
Cheryl's got to stop going to parties, man. I'm so sorry. Also, it's the most Canadian thing ever that
19.
Cheryl texted sorry as she was passing out.
You know what? Like a lot of people, they unfortunately will think that something's their fault don't when they're met with an unwinnable challenge. It's a very human thing.
Yay,
It
despite all of the glares that you get for coming underdressed and unannounced, you burst your way into this house and through the throngs of people. Make me a.
He's gonna be passing out some doobie snacks along the way. This is a thing too. Be like, sorry. My friends
They
asked me
just
to.
give you the weirdest looks. Um, make me a perception. Yeah, just a perception notice check. Roll. They're not checks, they're rolls.
Could I have
13.
we talked about FaceTime earlier.
Not retroactively.
Could I have pushed like my location to Ye for like a fun iPhone feature?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
All right,
Not
so he's
retroactively.
gonna, as best he can, follow the directions. which is the lounge to the left. And if he sees somebody who looks like they're glaring at him a little less than normal, he might stop and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for the lounge. I think it's this way."
They
My
kind
cousin
of
needs her insulin, and
Oh, oh, okay. Well, normally the lounge isn't open right now. But if you really want the lounge, you should talk to Zachary.
okay. Thank you very much.
They point out who Zachary is.
He's gonna he's gonna go up to Zachary and go, "I'll start off by I know I am not dressed well for this party, but my cousin texted me a
Certainly.
little after she arrived and said that she needed her insulin, um, and that she was
Oh,
resting in the lounge.
who
And
is your
then
cousin?
Estia, and I think Cheryl, her sister from another mister.
Ah, I was wondering. They didn't look that similar. Um, yes. The lounge is here, I'll show you. And he leads you to the lounge and opens the door. There's a couch in the way, and there are one
It
what
opens
else?
out.
It opens out.
I was waiting for
There's
that. I was
Yeah.
honestly waiting for that. And you said there's one what?
there's one young woman on the couch.
Is it either of the women that Ye is actually here for?
It's one of them. It's Miss Cheryl Dar.
All right.
Wait, what?
Ye didn't want to do this. You really, really didn't want to do this. But he's going to kind of check behind him to see if anybody's really looking. And if they're not, he's going to palm, or at least attempt to palm Zachary's skull, because Ye's a big guy and he's very, very. This is his nightmare right here. The thing that he gushed to Ash privately, being worried about that he was going to not be there to protect somebody that's in his little circle. Even if that person doesn't think he cares, he does care a lot. And he can squeeze this guy's head like a grape.
Okay. He
Just for
goes,
reference, I
Are
can
you looking
hear
to
him
scare it?
growling from like 3 rooms away.
no, Zachary's terrified. He's like, I am so what? There were two women in this room when I left them. I swear to God. Please don't kill me.
How else where could they have gone? Is this the only entrance and exit to the lounge?
It should be.
So somebody somehow drugged two different women in your party, got into your lounge, stole one of them, and just left the other one here.
Do I
Is
wake up
that
from the yelling?
No.
he's still kind of holding Zachary's head. He's gonna reach over and be like, Cheryl, pat, 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 Cheryl. If that
Sheila,
doesn't
you're
work,
maybe a little groggy, but you're not conscious.
No, I just want to sleep some more, mister.
try the wet willy.
What really doesn't work.
Oof. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
you're really out then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
It hit
Cocoa
Estia
Puffs.
faster because Estia drank more.
Estia did drink more. Has anybody else been trying to pass? They were like, have you noticed anybody else falling like flies like this, or was this targeted?
No. No, I just I let them have free reign in the party as everyone does. It's just a party. We do some fun things after dark, but it's just a party.
Well, you're just a party has just graduated to at the very least kidnapping, not to mention whatever the charges would be for drugging somebody into unconsciousness against their will, at the least. I also know that there's drugs
I swear to
here.
God,
I
I
brought some of
don't.
them in. Um
Okay, well then you're part of this, so you can't report the drugs.
Oh, you don't know what I can do. You have no idea what I can do. What I can
You're right.
do.
I don't. Please don't kill me. I will call the police. I will call an ambulance. I will call whatever we need to call. Look, I don't know. There are some hired people at this party that I thought I vetted, but maybe I didn't.
Is there any way they could have got a woman, an unconscious young woman, out of this room without being seen? Is there like a little hallway they could have taken or anything?
Oh God. Oh shit. Oh God. Uh, there is. So it's. He explains how it's one of those like. It's basically like an egress route. It's like a tiny little like side route. It looks like a window essentially. It I didn't that's not true because I said there aren't any windows. But it's like a panel that you can push to basically
It's totally one of
let
those
yourself.
bookshelves.
Yeah, kind of. Like when you're in, because essentially you need like a fire escape route, especially when you're doing illicit things in a room with no windows. And the room could be, at capacity at any time. So when he built the house, he wanted to, because this is obviously one of those like really custom tailored houses, he wanted to have multiple means of egress so that no one would like stampede or trample anyone.
He's like, there's no other way into this room except for the specifically hidden other way into this room.
Look, okay, man, I admit I'm sketchy. I'm sketchy, but I swear to God, I don't kidnap girls. I don't fuck with that shit.
All right, Ye is going to just turn him to look him square in the face, pick him up from the floor with surprisingly demonic ease, and just look at him and say, okay, I am going through there to find my other friend. You will watch over Cheryl. You will not let anybody else take her, or I swear to Christ, your suffering will be legendary even in hell. And his eyes are going to go like the full Ye demon look
Monty.
for just a
Okay.
moment.
Okay. Um, so you go and check out this egress door. Um, and it leads through like a little drywall tunnel to an actual door outside.
All right, well, I'm going to open that door, being ready to just smash the shit out of anyone or anything. He is feeling unstable and violent.
There's nobody.
There tracks in the grass. What's
No.
outside?
What do you
Grass.
smell? What do you smell, Scooby?
Hold on here. I've only got supernatural senses, empathy. It's not gonna do it.
No. Because after looking around for several minutes, you see the lights outside of the police cars showing up. There's an ambulance here to take care of Cheryl. She doesn't need to be hospitalized, is what they determine, but she needs someone to take her home. And the police interview you guys.
Yep.
They say, the first 48 hours are the most important, and they'll do everything they can. People get arrested for unrelated drug things, but SG is gone.
Can I spend a drama point, even though I'm unconscious?
No, you're unconscious.
Fuck.
Ye is gonna make sure that Cheryl gets home okay if they'll let him. Otherwise, he'll have to leave it to the police because they're not related. And then he's gonna go find Julian.
Okay. Cheryl, you are taken to your home.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine put in bed, tucked in, etc. Yay, you go find Julian.
And as soon as he, where is Julian at this point in the night? Because Ye will find him. He just doesn't really care if it's at home, if it's at the office, if it's at
It's
Dunkin'
not
Donuts at 2
so
a.m.
late that Julian's not in his office. Julian
Right.
likes to stay late at his office.
Well, then Ye's just gonna come in like a storm, just toss the window open, slam his hands down on the desk, hopefully not breaking it, but not really caring too much at the moment. Estia is
Christ,
gone.
what?
We need tracking spells. You can do that, right? Watchers? Tracking spells?
Jesus, she's gone? How okay.
She and Cheryl went to a party. He gives them the address, the name of Zachary. She went to this party with Cheryl to watch her. We were both feeling sketchy about this, but she really wanted to go. It's paying her tuition, so she went to this party. They were drugged, and in like the 3 minutes it took me to get from where I was waiting for them to the front door, Estia was taken out. Some little fucking slipped me out in this lounge room and just is gone. Completely fucking gone. Cheryl was deep unconscious. And the guy who was there didn't know who did it. The host didn't know who did it because he would have told me. Because I was ready to crush his skull and then grab somebody else.
Okay. Those 3 books. It's in one of those, and he like points you to a stack of books over on a shelf, and then he immediately goes to his computer, and he's like, okay, my daughter showed me this thing where you can crap.
You have kids?
Not right now.
Just for a moment, Ye drops out of panic-induced rage to question the kid thing, and then he's just right back to, here's the books, lays them out. He reaches into a pocket. I took this brush from her apartment. I went back. They might need to fix the lock on her door. It's not really my problem right now.
He's like,
took my brush.
You had your hair in it. I didn't want to grab the stuff from the drain. That seemed like disrespectful.
So he's like frantically flipping through this book. He's like, okay, okay, that bowl, that thing of herbs, and takes the brush and is like, okay, and then he like grabs a mortar and pestle from one of his drawers and puts the hair in and starts to like grind it, and he's like, come on, get the stuff.
He's getting all the stuff, doing everything he can to not think about this because he's about to. It's very clear that Ye is hanging on by a thread.
Yeah. And then so you bring him the bowl and stuff, and he pours in the herbs, and he pours in the hair powder, and he lights a match, and he sets fire to this mixture, and there is smoke, and it turns kind of like a blood red-ish almost. It like not maybe like a tomato red, but you don't get anything.
There's more hair. Do it again. Is there another one? Is there a different one?
Okay,
I'd have Cheryl doing this, but Cheryl, Cheryl was doing all right. Didn't need to be hospitalized, but I don't think she's up to this right now.
Let me try this, and he does it again. Basically, he just like hold on, I'm thinking. So he does this again with it's the same process, because he doesn't like, he's like, this is the only tracking spell that I know of that isn't like the demon tracking spell. That only tracks demons, so that's not going to help us because Essie is not a demon. I mean, this is very rudimentary. It's very basic stuff that I don't know if it could track a specific person, but we're going to try again. He's just like basically thinking this through out loud, trying to also not panic, and he tries this like 5 times, and all you get is that red smoke every single time.
What does the red smoke mean? What is that?
I don't know. It doesn't usually have colored smoke. It just like you it tells you I've never done this one before, okay? I don't know what it does to you. I don't phones have like a tracky thing?
If you have access to it, the police would have to do that.
Fuck.
Does Cheryl wake up?
Cheryl does wake up. You still feel like shit, but
I
like
know.
it takes like this ritual takes like half an hour. So like you just did this for like 2.5 hours.
All right. I
Where is
I
Cheryl?
realize that I'm in my bed, my own bed.
Okay.
I check for my clutch to see if there's still the pistol in there,
Yeah.
and like goes over and like grabs her phone, like staring at it, and her eyes swipe over as she pulls up. I'm gonna use a drama point to use plot twist.
Okay.
The object that I was trying to see if Estia noticed that I slipped into her dress was an AirTag.
Oh. Okay.
We have a little if you allow it, a little flashback moment of Cheryl putting it in the dresses that she lends to Estia at this soiree and sewing it in to the fabric.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, she pulls up. She's gonna pull up like gold dress or peach dress, whichever one that she ended up grabbing.
Okay. Um
I feel
it...
betrayed somehow.
Hey.
Even though this is to help me, I feel a little bit untrusted.
So you get a ping and it's coming from campus.
I send the location to Ye and go.
He's just like, keep doing that till you run out of hair. And then he just turns and storms out. We've got an AirTag location.
Am I not allowed to come with you?
Fine, whatever.
Okay, Jesus. And he like follows you.
Ye, it just at that point, Ye is exuding an air of just frantic, pending violence. He's not meaning to, but once again, he's just a few times like just little like hints of his demonic heritage show up on his skin, in his hair. He's trying very hard to suppress it, but this is an extreme situation, one that he was terrified would happen and knew would happen, and now he's been proved right.
It takes you like
no.
It takes you like I mean, let's see, my campus took like 15 minutes to get across. So it takes you like 15 minutes to get from each end of the campus to where your AirTag is pinging.
At a dead run with a constitution of 6? Because Ye is not waiting for Julian. Ye said Julian can come along.
Okay, then Ye, you get there first. And you see someone kind of slumped on the grass under a tree. It's like 4 a.m. at this point.
He's gonna bust out his phone,
in a while,
turn on the video just in case, and the flashlight as he approaches.
Make me a perception notice check.
A homeless person with a dress or a dummy or something. Yep, better not say shit for like a month. If he so much as stubs his toe, he's gonna go back and eviscerate that goat fuck. Sorry, you said perception notice?
Yeah.
12.
It's Estia. And you know, she's breathing, but she is like I said, slumped, like kind of up against a tree, like she was leaning on it and then collapsed.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Estia, slap, slap, slap. Estia, slap, 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 slap.
Estia, you come too. What happens?
I feel terrible.
You and Cheryl were drugged. Somebody stole you from that party.
Why?
That's a good question. And we can work on that when my heart rate is not 3,000 beats per minute.
Both of you make me another perception notice check.
7?
Yay, you're too like frazzled.
Yeah, just frazzled and dialed in.
Yeah.
Um, 15.
Okay.
Sorry, it took me a second to find notice. It's not in alphabetical order.
Estia, something on the front of your dress feels wet, and your neck hurts a lot.
I spilled something on her dress. Like, is it like whiplash?
What do you mean?
Like the neck pain, is it like whiplash or is it like
It's like something is cut like on your neck.
Great, we get to meet Dark Estia.
yay, what did I get on her dress? Where's
Can you notice
Cheryl?
that now?
Yeah, he can notice that now.
He's gonna look at the neck, the bite.
It's not a bite.
It's a bite.
It's not a bite.
Do I need to roll to see that it's a bite?
Oh, it's a bite.
It's not a bite. It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Not a tumor. Not at all.
Where's Cheryl? Oh my god, she's gonna kill me. No, that was to Yay.
Oh,
I know, but
oh, sorry.
I think Cheryl's on her way. Cheryl's like almost there.
Oh, wicked! I thought I was passed out again.
Got some water. Got the post hangover nap. Those are the best naps.
Cheryl didn't have 3 drinks.
Yeah. Now, Yay, knowing some medicine, can he assess if this was like if this is like a deadly bite? Is it something to be patched? Does she have a pulse?
It can definitely be patched. It's not like super deep. It's not like spurting or anything. It's a little more concerning that there's also blood on her face around her mouth.
What?
Do you feel curiously full, Estia?
Jay, I feel like crap. I literally just wanted to go to a party.
I know.
I just wanted to have some fun. And I've known these people before, and I've been to this party before, Yay. Don't ask me weird questions.
Okay. Come on, let's get you back and get you cleaned up.
What am I gonna tell Cheryl about her dress?
I think the more important thing is that you're you're okay. That you're back with us. We'll deal with the rest later. We can always see if it can be dry cleaned or something. Let's go. And he's going to just type, like, because he can carry Estia easily with one hand. He's just going to kind of keep his phone down to the side and type as best he can. Estia is a vampire.
Am I on campus yet?
Yeah, you're on campus.
I like those like pathways that are a little bit too small for a car, but a car can drive on it. And you think to yourself, can I drive on this campus? Cheryl is ripping around at 4:30 in the morning in her sedan and like gets out of the car. I guess she's still wearing the dress from before, but has some nice sneakers on. Like sees Estia mostly slumped over, looks down at the text. Goes, "Oh my God, I'm so glad that you're all right. Estia, what happened?"
I don't know. Don't look at your dress. I'm gonna get it cleaned.
It's all right. It's those fucking
Has Cheryl ever dropped the F bomb before, by the way? She doesn't curse much, right?
she's commented on someone cursing a lot before. I guess in the in interactions with Estia, probably not. And goes, yeah, those fucking uppity ups. I think pulled the prank on us and got us both drugged. I don't think you should hang out with those people anymore.
I don't think so either.
Okay.
She's like rubbing really self-consciously at like everything. I'm gonna be okay, right? I'm okay,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. We should I brought some water to clean you up a little bit. Let's just it's almost sunrise. We should go let's just sit down somewhere and relax.
Yep. He's gonna find some place that has shade kind of nearby, but he's just gonna.
The top of the hill's a lot better view. And she's gonna look at Yay, like seriously.
And he's gonna just kind of. He's like, "Well, I suppose you have a point," but he's gonna type on his phone. Can we just keep her stashed somewhere? Can we find a way to fix this?
Um, just the quick response is she like goes through like grabbing some like cold waters or something. You put this on your neck, it'll make you the swelling go down a little bit. And just the message back is it's not her anymore.
He's gonna give a kind of a shaky smile, and you can tell once again he's holding it together with a very fine and very frazzled thread.
Hey, Estia. Do you remember anything?
Is that Julian? Stop being asked in character kind of thing.
Let's say it
I
was,
don't
yeah.
remember if Julian came with them.
Julian just pulled up.
Julian eventually runs up.
It's like, okay. What did I miss?
He arrives on the scene of Ye looking like he's gonna cry. Estia still covered in blood with the neck
Oh,
thing, with like her neck bandaged
oh.
up, the blood on the mouth.
We got to her just
He's
before an
gonna
embarrassing morning on campus, so we're just gonna count our blessings and
Julian's gonna walk up to Estia and just like really kind of almost in a not a creepy fatherly way, but just in like a very like caring way, kind of um like touch her cheek and be like, hey, do you remember anything?
Uh, I remember being really embarrassed. Uh, and then when I woke up like the first time, I was like just really groggy. Um, and and she's the way she's describing this is like as if you had asked somebody to describe like a dream. Like if they're like, "Man, I had the weirdest dream," and you're like, "Oh yeah, tell me about it." I don't know. I think I was tied up. I don't know who was there. Uh, I don't know. It was like dark. There was uh there was there was like a I don't know if I can call it exactly a smell, but there was like this sense of like a not very warm, homey place. Uh, and then like there was something in my mouth. Yeah, no, it was like brown. It was like metal. Like it, I don't know. Like I've bitten my lip and stuff and tasted blood before, and it was like that, but like not. Uh,
Julian
and
is like looking very puzzled,
I kind
but
of
also
gagged
like
on it. Hmm?
connecting.
Yeah, you can tell Ye's connecting some things too while he's just carrying Esty up to the top of the hill and just kind of settling out, like placing her down gently, sitting next to her. Just
Say that
Estia
Cheryl
did
brought a blanket to in case she needed to
a
cover
shock
Estia and
blanket.
like brings it out and kind of you just lay down and probably wants to put Estia's head in her lap. They just gonna let her keep talking.
Did you see anyone?
Not really. It was just like a shade, almost like I don't know, like uh like a shadow. Like it wasn't. It was just so dark. Like that. All I saw was like their outline. I guess. I don't know.
Julian glances kind of knowingly at Ye, like we know something similar happened.
yep. Yeah, we do.
Kind of like hangs his head and sits down with you guys and waits.
Is Ash still with their dad?
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Ye's gonna text Ash anyway just to let them know what happened. And just in
We'll
case,
make sure to all hang out at IHOP after this, after we get you cleaned up, and we'll tell them everything.
yep,
Okay.
they'll probably help us go beat them up.
Okay.
Julian he's kind of at a loss for what to do, so he just sits and you guys talk to Estia as the sun slowly rises. And it's not pretty, but you know what happens.
Yeah,
Uh, Estia, like as the sun starts to rise and she starts to burn, she starts like to sort of. At first, she's like super confused. She's like, "Oh my god, what's?" And then it occurs to her that Ye carried her up here. And she just like stares at him for a second. Um, like, how could you do this to me? I thought we were friends.
we were. I'm sorry, it wasn't a good enough friend.
And then she's gonna just like, she tries to hide under the blanket and then eventually just tries to break like down the hill toward the nearest building.
He's gonna just
Um,
hold
Yeah,
on, and
we're
if it
gonna
burns him, it burns him.
we're gonna take the blanket off and go. It's okay. It's okay. You're going to be in a better place.
She's already in a better place. This isn't Estia anymore.
Sun does its job. And if you look over, Julian is crying.
He is
Yeah.
definitely ugly crying. He collects as much of the ash as he can, though.
So the morning is upon you.
He just leaves.
Cheryl's going to try and grab Ye before he leaves, grab his arm.
He
Turn
stops,
back.
but he doesn't turn around, and
she's going to walk in to face him and look at him and go, "It's so not your fault. You did everything that we asked you to do. You did everything that she asked you to do. You didn't even want us to be there. We had to push and push for us to be around. You were there as quickly as you could be. I fucked up, but we can't. You or I can't put any weight on of us on this. I tried. You tried as well. It's can't be on us. We can't keep being around people like this and things like this if we think that it's always on us. It's on them.
it was my job to keep you all safe. All this strength, all these fucking visions. And when I needed to save somebody, where were they?
You're going to save other people countless times. A batting average isn't zero. Okay. Keep that in mind. It's not on you, it's on them that did this.
Oh, I know. I know. And there's going to be a lot of ash in this city very soon. And then he just walks off. Woo!
I want to start by saying thank you, everyone, for being so with this tonight. I know it's heartbreaking and hard, but I appreciate you playing. And if anyone in the audience doesn't know, this is may or may not be Glory's last session with us. So
it's Estia's last session with us.
We did decide to make it Estia's last session with us. So
just to be clear, nothing bad is happening to Glory.
No,
yes.
It's just it's a new job.
This is all a work of fiction to wrap around real life events.
Yeah.
No, this is so
that
at
was
the
a great
risk of
send-off.
Getting just thoroughly yelled at in the chat after this, I am so grateful to all of y'all for just playing with me all this time, and I'm so happy that I got to be your director and Glory, and it's been an amazing time playing with you, and I hope we can see you again as a guest or something.
As often as possible.
I love incorporating guest appearances into my games, so I'm gonna try my hardest, my darndest to make that happen. So from the bottom of my heart, my deep, deep void of a heart. I'm joking. The bottomless pit that is my heart. Thank you, Glory, so so much. Thank you, Bat Kyle, for not eviscerating me for killing your wife's character. Thank you, Eddie, for being such a good in-game friend and a good out-of-game friend to all of us. Thank you, producer Kevin. Your comments in chat say it all. Thank you, everyone who has watched tonight. I know this was a particularly hard episode. Thank you, everyone who watches on YouTube. Give a like and a comment to let us know that you liked it. And on behalf of, I think I can say on behalf of everyone here at Dirty 20 Gaming, be nice to each other.